Thank you for joining us this morning. This is an exciting time for Artscape. My name is Jason Newton. None of you are going to roll on this except for one camera, I think. But my name is Jason Newton from WBAL TV. We're a proud sponsor of this year's event. Artscape is going to look a lot different this year, but I think we all have our own memories. For me, it was my parents taking me parking in Mount Royal parking lot and then sort of walking around. And now, as a father of two artists, it takes on a whole nother look for us. It's 40 years of the city being dedicated to the arts. And even with my kids, I know how life changes when arts are part of your life. So this is an exciting time, so exciting. I don't even know what the footprint will look like, but I know that one, it won't be sweltering hot like we've been used to, but two, I know that between the city and BOPA, we are prepared to put on at least a good show as the sponsor and being a part of it from day one till the very end. So a man who does have some of the answers is Mayor Brandon Scott.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you very much. I just want the world and Baltimore in particular to know that it wasn't me that jinxed us on the heat. It was Jason Newton from WBAL TV, not the mayor. As Jason said, I think we all know that Artscape is Baltimore's annual celebration of creativity, culture, and innovation. This year, as you know, we are moving Artscape to Memorial Day weekend. Where we're going to kick the summer off now with Artscape, taking place on May the 24th and 25th from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. on both Saturday and Sunday, with our stages going live at noon. The City of Baltimore and BOPA are partnering to execute a world-class festival that aligns with Baltimore's vision for cultural equity, economic impact, and creative innovation. City agencies, local businesses, and community partners are collaborating to ensure the success of Artscape. And Artscape 2025 represents a bold reimagining of this beloved arts festival. Attendees can expect a more curated experience, a focus on placemaking and sustainable art installations, along with a citywide expansion that transforms Baltimore into an immersive cultural destination. Key highlights this year include the Scout Art Fair, a premier fine art showcase curated by our own Derek Adams, scalable festival tracks featuring film and TV, music, culinary arts, a talk series, and a multidisciplinary experiences, immersive art installations, a large-scale public art, green space activations, and interactive projects. We're going to have more experiences, a refined selection of high-quality, artist-driven activations throughout the footprint. And as a part of our Downtown Rouse initiative, Artscape, this is the time where the mayor says, if you're not going to throw the iPhone away, put it on silent, but we'll start there. Samsung's the better. We can help you out. As a part of our Downtown Rouse initiative, Artscape 2025 will be moving to the heart of downtown Baltimore, leveraging the power of art to ignite reinvestment, attract new energy, and reimagine the city's urban core. By transforming streets, historic sites, and public spaces into dynamic cultural destinations, Artscape will serve as a creative engine for economic renewal, placemaking, and long-term revitalization. We are using the festival model as a tool to transform and enhance Baltimore through sustainable community investment. And the decision to relocate Artscape was made in collaboration with my office, BOPA, and key stakeholders in the city. Artscape is not just about celebrating art, it's about shaping Baltimore's future. And I'm also excited to announce the headliners for Artscape this year. Let's get a little bit of drum roll. I'll start with the opening artist first. On Saturday, this one is a very great one for me. Who's working the screen? Oh, Sierra's working the screen, great. On Saturday, we will have, opening up on Saturday, the renowned hip hop group Little Brother will be joining us. Fonte and the crew will be here. On Saturday, also, I don't want any shirts going over anybody's head as Tweet comes to perform Oh My on Saturday at Artscape. And of course, we'll be blessed by the wonderful Fantasia as our headliner on Saturday night for Artscape. And on Sunday, we had the incomparable Tanner Adele, who will be blessing the Artscape stage. And then for our headliner on Sunday, the man now of Masked Singer fame, we will have Robin Thicke join us for Artscape. And moving forward today, I want to thank the folks that you see with me today, Lindsay Jackson from my office, Tanya from my office, Robin from BOPA, who have really been the brains and the muscle and the people that I yell and scream about Artscape with the most. I want to thank them for all of their hard work. When folks get to the festival, they always talk about the organization and how it looks like well thought out. These are the folks that do that work each and every day, and want to give them a big round of applause. Also want to thank Jason and the team at WBL for being our media sponsor for Artscape this year. Despite Jason's poor choice in high school, we know he understands, and we know WBL understands how important this festival is to Baltimore. So now I would like to bring up to the microphone Tanya Hall, my senior advisor for arts and culture in Baltimore. Thank you. Tanya.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm really excited today. As many of you guys who know me, I am a big thinker. I think of big ideas, and so I'm really excited to unveil what we have in store. But I just want to thank Mayor Scott, who made the thoughtful decision to bring me in 2 years ago as the arts and culture leader. And the work that I'm doing today is really part of the dream that I imagined for myself growing up in Baltimore. And when I moved to New York, I always wanted to come back to Baltimore to spark innovation and take some of the things that I learned in New York and brought them back to Baltimore City. And so with this role has allowed me to do that. So I just want to thank you, Mr. Mayor. As the mayor mentioned, this vision aligns with his Downtown Rise initiative, reigniting Baltimore's corridor through tourism, economic development, and cultural activations. Our new plan for Artscape will help realize the goal by transforming public spaces and drawing visitors and fueling local businesses. The arts aren't just an expense, it's an investment. It's an investment in people, it's an investment in dream, it's an investment in ideas. And so, when we think about this, a thriving arts ecosystem fuels jobs, fuels artists' lives, and this vision that we're going to show you today supports that. And so without further ado, before I go to the next slide, I do want to say that we're bringing back all the favorites, performances, light installations, our conversation series, a film series, a culinary track, Kidscape, Artscape After Dark, and so none of those things will be lost in this new vision. And so now, Sierra, if you want to. So this is, I'm just going to come over here. So this is our.
You got to do it at the mic.
Okay.
They can't hear you.
Okay, this is our new footprint, and so it really starts at the main stage here at City Hall. We're going to be right. We have our main stage will be located right at our doorfront at the War Memorial Plaza. As the mayor mentioned, we are introducing a new art fair called Scout, which Derek Adams is curating. A beloved Baltimorean will be curating the art fair at the War Memorial Building, which is a new addition to the festival. We'll have a second stage called Soul of the City, located near the Farmers Market footprint on the Mercy's parking lot. And the really exciting piece is that we're using this festival to transform the spaces under the JFX. So we're going to redo all of the murals that's currently up under the JFX with new reimagining the murals under the JFX, and we're going to install a lighting installation, and that also will be sustainable and be up after the festival is over, and installing some new green spaces along the corridor, so when the farmers market is there, it's a more inviting experience for our everyday shoppers. And so and then we're also introducing the Flavor Lab, located underneath of the JFX as well, which will be a curated experience with our restaurants and our local fair, as well as a lounge, a disco, sort of a DJ set. And really, that was one of the things that people said, there's not a lot of places to sit during Artscape, so this will speak to that. So we'll have lots of seating. We'll have art installations throughout the footprint. We're gonna have what we're calling Bricks and Beats, a sort of a disco DJ experience over at, which was formerly known as the Assembly Room, which is now called Iconic Live. And so that's where we'll be hosting that. And our newest partner is Center Stage, located over there. And we'll be introducing our conversation series there, as well as our film and TV track. And that pretty much is the big idea. Oh, and we have slides, my bad. So these are some of the slides. So this is a rendering of the stage area here at City Hall. You can go next. Just more seating vignettes. That was always one of the biggest concerns. There's just no places to hang out, so we're adding that. This is sort of a nighttime view. I want to, shout out Ron Jimba over here, Scott Tucker, who designed these beautiful renderings. Yep. This is our second stage. We're still building out the environment here, but this is where the second stage will be. You notice that the diner's there, and then the underpasses of the JFX. This is the Flavor Lab, where we'll have a DJ, some seating, and restaurant style, sort of like a food courtyard. This is an overview. And then this is the artisan market. And so a more curated experience, we'll merchandise it, so jewelry will be together, clothing, crafts, and so that people can sort of shop and experience it in the way that you would go to any retail space. And this is a nighttime view of over at the Flavor Lab with food trucks and seating and some sound. And so more renderings will be up on the Artscape website soon, and you'll be able to see the entire environments in all of our different spaces. And now moving to Scout, which is the art fair that Derek Adams is curating over at the War Memorial. And you can flip. So we are able to accommodate 50 artists who will be invited to join us for the Scout Fair. We'll have a preview night on Thursday evening of the Artscape weekend, and sort of a lounge area. And this is really important because this gives blue chip artists, emerging artists, an opportunity to show their work in an environment that is safe for their artwork, and also geared toward art collectors and art buyers. And that's it. And now I bring Robin Murphy to the stage.
Thank you, Tanya. I think it's safe to say that I care very deeply about the arts and the way that the arts and culture show up in society and the way that it can drive and make society a better place. And so it was with that from myself and encouragement from the mayor and Tanya that I stand in this role as BOPA's interim CEO. We know that BOPA was in a perilous place, and I'm deeply honored to work alongside you, that you trusted me to do this and work with you guys and work with Tanya. It is an honor and a privilege. So thank you to Tanya Miller-Hall and to Mayor Scott. I'm Robin Murphy. I am the interim CEO at the Baltimore Office of Promotion and the Arts, and I'm so excited about Artscape. Everything that it has to offer this year is going to just be a level up. And I'm so excited for the citizens of Baltimore and the greater Central Maryland community to enjoy what has been known as the largest free arts festival in the entire country for many years. And I'm so happy that we're gonna be leveling up this year. I just want to shout out a couple of our partners and sponsors, and we are obviously still in the process of adding more to that. We're returning to old friends, as you all have heard, and we're proud to announce the WBAL will be one of our official media partners. We are also working on some amazing programming in partnership, as Tanya said, with Baltimore Center Stage. Inside of Baltimore Center Stage, it will allow us to do some programming for our conversation series that will be representative of some deep conversations between art and other parts of society, art and technology, or along those lines. We'll have lots of conversations, as well as some film programming. I've even heard that we might be able to get permission to do a certain Charm City documentary featuring a certain mayor. But we intend to drive people into conversations and thought-provoking ideas around art as well inside of Baltimore Center Stage. We also partnered with the Assembly Room at Iconic Live, formerly Hammerjacks, and venues of many other names, but that'll be taken over by the joy and merriment of our Kidscape programming for young people. So we're very excited to turn that into, like when I was growing up, it was a kiddie disco. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. We are also happy to announce that the Peel, Baltimore's community museum, and the first purposely built museum in the United States, will host this year's Sondheim semifinalist exhibition and an Artscape staple. We are also happy to announce that we are expanding our partnership with APG Federal Credit Union, as well as we're happy to announce that Bar Movement will return to Artscape this year as our partner for that. And we also have Zion Church in support of some simultaneous programming that they have going on with the Baltimore Rock Opera Society. They've been a past Artscape performer as well. And finally, I'd like to go back to Ranjiba Designs again, who has been an amazing partner in this work in building out all of our vision and taking, as Tanya, the big thinker, into some reality for us. And they've been an amazing partner. Thank you, Scott. And so we are still adding sponsors and partners. I encourage everyone to please visit the Artscape website at artscape.org to get more information. You can also just reach out to us directly at BOPA for more information on sponsors and sponsorships. And also, the vendor applications portal will be open today. And so we're excited about that. We're excited to welcome new vendors and returning vendors to Artscape. I think that's all I have. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Robin. Thank you very much. And now we will take any questions. I guess we'll start with WBL.
So we're leaving
Mount Vernon.
So what does that mean for that community?
Well, I think that we have to, Ms. Lisa, you'll remember this. When Artscape was initially put there, it was about lifting that neighborhood up, right? Because the Mount Vernon that those who are younger than I in Baltimore is not, they don't remember what we remember about Mount Vernon. And we've seen that impact happen there, but we also know that now we have to start to think about the downtown core that needs that uplifting, but also the things that are happening with our partners there, whether it's UB, whether it's MICA, all the things that are happening. And this was a decision that we discussed with them because we've seen when trying, and BOPA have seen when trying to have Artscape at a different time when this hotter than hell outside, the issues that happen, because UB has graduations, right? MICA has graduations. The Lyric has concerts and shows, all the BSO, all of those things that now happen in Mount Vernon, which is why we made a decision to move, but also understanding now we know that we have to think about rising the downtown core.
So do you feel that, how is transportation going to be an issue for people? Or do you feel that people are just going to pick and choose certain things and not really get the whole experience?
Well, I think people that did that whether it's on Mount Royal or wherever it is, right? Folks that were there just for the music come just to where the music is. But most people come and They walk the footprint, and we know that that happens at every festival that we have, no matter where it is. They may come for one thing, but they enjoy all of it, and we want them to be able to do that. But also, I think it's critical too to just raise up that in the event that Jason's jinx actually happens, right? And we do get some bad weather. The way that this festival is curated, there will be cover. There's cover under being under 83. Obviously, there's cover being inside of the War Memorial Building, and protecting the art too for the artists. I think is also important. All of those factors were taken into play.
So this is going to be walkable still?
Oh, it's walkable. Yeah, we have. You got to remember, this isn't the. This is. We have the farmers market on this footprint. We have Charm City Live on this footprint. It's very, very walkable. You can walk this stuff, and quite frankly, it's more walkable than the previous location. Come on, Robin.
From the north of the footprint to the bottom of the footprint is less than 20 minutes walking.
Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor, on what looks like a great event. I do have to ask, you have a new spokesperson, Mr. Maya Marshall, who just recently purchased a home in Washington, D.C. Do you believe that this hire is compliant with city ethics regulations?
I mean, he can buy a home, yes, and everyone that works with me can and will be compliant with all ethics regulations. Hold on, ma'am.
One, what happens to the farmers market during this weekend? And two, you say this is a collaboration between the mayor's office and BOPA, but you had canceled the contract with BOPA. How does that work?
So I think that, listen, we're still in conversations with our friends at BOPA, right? We're in a much better position with BOPA under Robert's leadership than we were before, and we're having discussions about what BOPA and the city's relationship looks like moving forward. But we are confident that we will have a contractual agreement with them about what that means. We'll get back to you in the future. And what's the second part? Sorry. Oh, the farmers market. We just simply won't have the farmers market for that one Sunday. Yes. 1 second. I'm just seeing, Ms. Lisa, if anybody else has any other Artscape related questions. Oh, yes, sir, in the back.
How can the artists, emerging artists, some of the veteran artists, how can they go about being part of the War Memorial display?
So I think that if you go to artscape.org, this is how you get to be a vendor, show your art, all of the information. So everyone should just go there if they want to participate in the festival. Yes, ma'am.
Even though it's not happening, we want to see continue partner with Micah as
we always are going to be partnering with Micah in some way, and that just goes to say with all of our institutions, right? Whether it's Micah, Morgan, Coppin, Hopkins, we are a city that has great institutions, and every chance that we get to partner with them, we will. No, you good?
I was gonna ask if you got any concern about people going to the beach that weekend. Any marketing plans to maybe keep them from going to the beach and stay.
Well, see, I'll just say this, that most Baltimoreans don't go to Ocean City on Memorial Day weekend. I'm not worried about that. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you're good.
I have some massive inquire, Bike Corp wants to know what happened to the Greenway Trail funds.
Yeah, everybody okay over there? Sorry about that, Ms. Lisa. The Greenway Trail is going to continue to be a priority for us, and what the administration is going to do is everything that we can to make sure that the Greenway Trail is built, as we understand how we need to be a city that thinks about connectivity, and any and everybody that is dealing with that knows that is a priority for me.
So what happened to the funds?
Which funds? There's multiple funds for the Greenway Trail, so we maybe have to follow up for more details for you, Ms. Lisa, because there are funds coming from many different places around the Greenway Trail. Yeah, we can follow up on that. All right. Thank you, everybody. See you on Memorial Day weekend.